Okay, hello everybody. We are back live streaming from Growing Smile, and we are now with our guest, Dr. Pedro Costa Monteiro. Hello, Pedro.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And you had a lecture this morning,
Yep.
so we will try to summarize
Okay,
more or
let's
less
do it.
with you. Before that, what do you think about the topic of this Congress?
More than the topic, everything, the organization, the concept. I think there will be a before and after on orthodontics on this course, because growing patients is 80% of the orthodontic population. So there is really a need on the orthodontist field to learn more about how treating young children. So I think this is something new in the field, that this is just the first one. So probably it will stay for many years and it will grow like people grow. The concept is the same. The Congress will have many attendants, and I was not expecting so many. So 300 people is amazing for a first event.
Yes.
So I'm really happy and grateful to have the opportunity to be here.
Okay. Pedro, your lecture was focused on clear aligners and
Airway
airway
space.
manner. Okay.
So basically there is a problem around orthodontics. Most of our patients in Europe are what we call class 2 patients, which means they have retruded mandible. And most of them, as the scientific studies show, have breathing problems. So they use their mouth to breathe instead of their nose.
Mm-hmm.
And what we are developing and studying all around this field of orthodontics is how can an orthodontic appliance help you in this field. And the results I am having from the last 6 to 7 years is that if you work with a good team, where there is an orthodontist, there is a therapist, there is an osteopathic, you can really change the way of a growing patient breathe. And this is amazing for his health, not for his teeth, but for his health.
For the health.
Yeah.
But this kind of approach is not so frequent.
Well, being honest, there is now, especially in US, I follow a lot the US doctors, there is a line of treatment where we go much more deeper than aligning teeth. And I have the lucky of treated my 2 kids with this concept, and you see how different is their behavior after starting breathing by their nose. So there is no doubt that this is the way everyone should breathe. That's why we have the nose. So it's incredible the improvement you can get, for example, in IQ scores. So it's proven by scientific studies that the most intelligent kids are the ones that breathe by the nose. And the ones that breathe by their mouth have a lot of problems in school because of the lack of oxygen. So if you can work something around this and get people to always, as I said, grow on the correct environment, this is what you want for your kids and for everyone, of course.
Yeah, of course. Let's talk about the identification of patient at risk.
Okay. This is another topic that nowadays we are using a lot. Not on every country. There are a lot of rules around this. At least I can speak about my country, Portugal, where we use the CBCT to make the diagnosis. So I know exactly how to measure the airway space at the beginning, and then I can control with another CBCT and see the improvement I have. So I have numbers to show. So behind numbers, there's nothing. So if you can prove it with numbers, it means, okay, she was like this and now she's like this. So I think artificial intelligence, CBCT, and all around the new technology around the X-rays is completely changing the approach of the orthodontist. So the old school of doing only the cephalometrical analysis and the panoramic X-ray, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but in my opinion, is not enough. So we need to go further. And I think for the next 5 years, artificial intelligence will completely change our approach and will help us a lot on this topic.
Okay. Collaboration in airways management. What is your approach and what you suggest to other colleagues?
So basically, the concept is forget of working together. So the concept of having an orthodontist inside his own space, seeing everything in his patient is impossible. So now you need to have a team. And more than that, you have to have the family, the patient and the family on all this field of collaboration.
Wow. Okay.
So if, for example, I use a specific appliance related with mouse breathing, which is called myotape, to close their mouth, and I need their parents to collaborate on this. So it's not only the doctor, it's not only the orthodontist, it's not only the mother, it's not only the kid, it's a team. So I think this is the concept. Do a full approach on health and not only focus on their teeth.
Okay, let me go a little bit off topic in the end. What you would say to your colleague that have a limited approach to clear aligner?
So the number of doctors coming to learn on aligners, it's growing like crazy. Why? Because now, if they do not do aligners, they will not have patients. There are. I like to compare this with electric cars. I don't like electric cars, okay? But I know it's the future, and I just bought an hybrid one. Because at some point you will say, okay, the world is like this now, so it doesn't make sense to continue thinking like the old times. And it's the same with aligners. So I understand that when you have a good life and you are okay with your clinic and with your patients, why would you change? The problem is that probably in 5 years it will be too late. And what I feel, for example, on my courses, a lot of orthodontists that come, they have 50, 60 years old. And they say, Pedro, I came here because I'm not having patients. They don't accept braces.
They have a problem
so
now.
They have a problem. So that's the way. It doesn't mean you have to love it, but if you want to be on the field, you have to do it. That's it.
Okay, I agree. So Pedro, thank you so much to be here.
Yes,
for joining
my pleasure.
us.
Hope to come here again soon.
Why not?
And congrats to all of you. It is amazing.
Thank you. Enjoy the Congress.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.